In this video, we want to go over some new options that we've added to the 3D cut tool that you can find it whenever you're in a profile model. So you can see on the screen I've got a profile model up of a drainage network. You can see the plan view and the 3D model view as well. And so we're talking about this 3D cut tool and some changes that have been made. So I'm going to go ahead and create a couple 3D cuts. So I'm just going to click the tool. You've got a couple methods, so full profile or corners. I'm gonna pick the corners method, which means I can box in an area of the profile. I'm gonna do a couple of them, so go ahead and use that method, and I'll just place one here, and you can see it slices through the model. And then I'm gonna do another one. I'll just do it further down, and we'll use the corners method again, and I'll place that there. And so you can see pretty much, I'm just slicing through different parts of the 3D model along my profile. So if I zoom in on it, you can see the 3D graphics coming through from, in this case, the corridor file that I have. So if you, now when you click on one of these 3D cut boxes, you'll have, the information dialog or the properties dialog, and then you also have refresh 3D cut, and then we've added refresh 3D cut with levels, and of course delete. So we'll demonstrate, that difference. We've also added up here into the um, the pull down, we've added refresh all 3D cuts with levels. And so we'll just go quickly on what that is. So currently I'm displaying, in this case, the TC aggregate level for my 3D model. And maybe I don't want to show that. Um, and just so you can see here you can see the two references. So these 3D cuts, it creates these references in the profile. And since I have two of them, there's two listed there. And those are static. So if I turn levels on and off in the model, they won't change unless I come back and refresh them. So let's go ahead and bump over to the 3D model. So I'll just put focus and view that view. Grab the level tool, and we'll scroll down to corridor file, and that was TC aggregate. So I'm going to turn that off. So you should see view 2 there. Update a little bit. So I've turned the level off. And then I'm going to come back to my profile model, put my focus there, and I'm just going to pick, for example, this guy on the left, and I'm going to hover and say refresh 3D cut with levels. And so you can see it's going to take away that TC aggregate mesh that I turned off. I could do the same with this ground line. So I could go into the 3D model. I could say go to the levels, find the terrain, and that was level was TC terrain exterior. I'm sorry, E terrain exterior. Come back to the 3D and say refresh with levels, and it'll turn off the ground line. So that's refresh with levels. If I come back here and say refresh 3D cut, or I come here and say refresh 3D cut, it stays the same. So now it's, this one, even though in that 3D model, those levels were turned off, at the time we took the 3D cut, they were on. So if I refresh 3D cut, it uses the levels just like they were at the time of the cut, essentially. If I refresh 3D cut with levels, it's going to go back to um, what it was, it's going to reread the model, if you will. So hopefully give you a little more ability to turn things on and off and have it stay that way for yourself as you create these profile drawings and cut 3D slices.